Hey, this is Jackie Bros.
Folks, people, this is Dunlap.
If you're sick of politics and who cares about Mueller reports and this or that and just want to enjoy conversation on good movies, then get on over to Redneck Matinee. We just put a new one up on the film White Line Fever.
There's no politics. Actually, there's a little politics in that. Actually, we pretty much get pretty political with it.
It is, yeah. White Line Fever is a little more
Just
political
talking
than probably the most political trucker movie we've seen thus far.
They're still smashing in it and crashing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Trashing and
Fighting and shooting. And
fighting.
Oh, yeah, lots of that. Yeah.
Shooting.
Yeah.
It's a they shoot. A snake gets shot. Come on.
Yeah.
This is good. That's probably symbolism, though. It's probably like
Some
sort of
kind, yeah.
political Listen, go over and listen to Redneck Matinee on White Line Fever. It's up starring the late, great Jan Michael Vincent.
He's good in this, yeah.
We go back to Ernest Borgnine and George Goober Lindsay. They both rear their heads in this one. Got a lot of trucking and a lot of, you know what, effing.
Hey.
I was trying not to say the F word right off the bat on this podcast.
Please don't.
But should I?
No.
I think a lot of the people who like cussing, they want to hear it.
Enough.
It may be something to get people over there. Should I just say it?
No.
I mean, I said it's got a lot of trucking, and it just sounded like I was going to say, and a lot of.
No. No. That all right. Leave it at that.
Fucking.
Hey.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, everybody, this is Jackie Bros.
Folks, people, this is Dunlap.
Leave it. Just that's all. Don't need to say any more names. Just leave it there.
It's over, Jackie.
What?
The Mueller investigation.
Oh, it's done, yeah. Now a whole new kind of hell is going to open up. You thought it was bad waiting for it. Now that it's here, it's going to get worse. You wait and see.
How's it going to get worse? It's over. I'm sure that whatever Bob Barr is figuring out how to storm the White House and arrest.
No.
Is his name Bob Barr?
William Barr, but
Bill Barr.
Bill Barr. But, yeah.
Bob Mueller, Bill Barr.
There you go. He ain't doing no such a thing. He gonna try to figure out how to tell.
He's probably getting a damn group of the FBI's best.
No.
Putting them in like body armor and getting the dogs, and they're like, "We're going to the White House.
No.
We're bringing Donald Trump in.
No.
Get the handcuffs for the fattest wrists, because we're going in to get Donald Trump."
No, that's not happening. No.
You can only make fat wrist jokes. Listen, this is where I like to make fat wrist jokes about Donald Trump. A lot of people say that's not cool. I can see your point.
Body shaming, yeah.
Body shaming. I can see your point. I just have to leave myself room to do it for Donald Trump.
Little hands, fat wrists.
I think you got to. Yeah, look, I'm not saying you need to do it. I'm not saying you have to respect me as much after I make jokes about his fat, slick wrists.
Yeah.
Hiding under them, the ill-fitting sleeves of some dumb jacket. But I am saying that I'm going to leave room for myself to do that. Because I know people are saying, oh, Trump's Hitler. But like I would, if Hitler had been fat, I like to think that we should leave ourselves an opening to go after him for being a fat ass. Look, I know it's not cool. Listen, we don't need to get off this. The Mueller report's in. Any moment they're going to be dragging Trump's fat ass down to the jail.
Now, I think the only good thing we can say about the Mueller report coming in right now is maybe it'll give us a couple of days without Trump, cussing John McCain's corpse anymore. That's about all the good we're going to get out of it at the moment.
He hates dead people.
Well, he hates that dead person right there. I wonder how long it's going to be, because if it had kept going on, Lindsey Graham, it takes a load off of his shoulder, because he thought he was going to go have to dig up his old friend and force him to thank, the president for his real nice funeral. It's a load off his shoulders that the Mueller report came out when it did, because otherwise...
And the other thing is, Lindsey Graham really only gets. It seems to me the pattern is Lindsey Graham can stand up to Trump once out of like 5 times. So I think he did tweet something like, he shouldn't ought to say that about my friend. But if Trump kept saying it, like the next one would have to be like, but he did deserve it. He was kind of a...
Didn't nobody said, there was maybe 1 or 2 that said something about it that's disgraceful or deplorable or whatever word you want to pick, which is all of those things. Rest of them just would come out and say, I tell you what, that John McCain was something else. He served our country, the war hero, blah, blah, blah. Didn't even know why that's nice of you to say, but why are you saying that? Why are you saying that right now? Mitt Romney kind of half-assed, excuse my language, kind of, he's got on there and said, I don't know why the president's doing this. Yeah, you do. You do, too, know why he's doing that, because he's a no-good S.O. Yeah, I'm not going to get into it. You know damn well why I did it. Because he's an idiot, mean, hateful, pitiful human being. That's why. Just come out and say that. Don't ask why. Why would the president do that? I wonder. Why would he? Hell. Why does he do any of what he does?
Well, he is right, Jackie. Nobody did thank him for John McCain's funeral. I didn't see anybody thank him for John McCain's funeral.
He didn't have nothing to do with it.
Still, nobody thanked him. And
the only thing I had to thank him is for not showing up. Thank you for not being there. Maybe he deserves a thank you for that. But other than that,
let's be honest, though. Nobody wants Donald Trump at their funeral.
No.
That's clear. We
said this before. That's what, if Lindsey Graham, if you pass away, and let's even say that you're right about the Mueller report, all they get him, he's in jail, all that, I think he deserves to, what do you call it when you let him out for a little while?
Conjugal visit?
Not that. They need to let him out of prison just to do Lindsey Graham's funeral. That's the one thing he should be let out for.
That's actually a good punishment for both of them.
I know it. Lindsey Graham, pitiful. Now, this is supposedly happened yesterday. I think it happened yesterday, last night. They all down, he's golfing, having a big time down in Florida. They said Lindsey Graham's down there with him, got up, made a speech, and was complaining about Hillary again. The Mueller report just come out, and Lindsey Graham sitting there, he knows what's going to make his buddy happy.
He does know his audience.
Yep. And that thing we read about Lindsey Graham where he was kind of trying to defend himself, there was an article. What was that in? I don't even remember what it was. But
yeah, or Lindsey Graham saying, I wanted to stay relevant.
Yeah, I've never had a president call me up before. This is the first time I've experienced a president calling up, asking my opinion, blah, blah, blah. And, I never had a president call me up and just cuss my dead friend to me on the phone all the time. This is, I'm in a new territory here.
I'm in hog heaven.
Yeah. Pitiful.
Like John would understand. I feel like Lindsey Graham's like, John would understand that the president 6 months after his death is still mocking him, using the presidential, like that's a big megaphone you have when you're the president.
Yeah.
So what you want to use it for is grudges against dead people.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised John McCain is good enough friends with Lindsey Graham. He might have said on the deathbed, look, just go along with him. I understand. There ain't nothing to you. I still think you're friend. You can cuss me, throw me under the bus. That's fine. Do what you got to do. He probably gave him his blessing to do it. So maybe that's the case. He said, I know how politics work. I know how the game is playing. I've been here my whole life. I've been through hell and back, getting tortured, everything else, that it ain't nothing to me to run me down after I'm dead. You go right ahead, Lindsey. I understand. Maybe he gave him permission. What do I know? But whether he gave you permission or not, I would hope he would tell him, no, sir, no, don't say that, John. you're my good friend, blah, but no, none of that. Every Republican ought to be ashamed of themselves, every single one. And did you see the crazy people writing Cindy McCain and the youngin that's on TV. What's her name?
Megan
McCain that's had awful, hateful things to him. The president starts this up, and then everybody jumps on. I never seen so many. I didn't know, lots of people cussing McCain who probably wouldn't have otherwise if the president hadn't run him down. And everybody knows that's true.
That's scary that the president can say something obviously petty, dumb, and stupid and inspire a bunch of people to do it too.
That's what I don't ever get shocked or by his actions anymore. We expect that from him. We expect him to be an awful, awful human being. What scares and concerns me is the percentage of Americans that like this behavior and indulge in it themselves. That he inspires. That's what concerns me. It ain't him. It's that there's that many. Should concern everybody if there was enough people to elect the damn man president, first off. But now just get more and more hateful with him every day.
Well, hopefully he's probably going to stop talking about this as soon as he has the anti-funeral for John McCain, which is just he's going to stand up there and get a bunch of other people that hate McCain. They're just going to run him down.
That'll be the next rally. You wait and see.
And they'll have like a fake corpse. Maybe they'll just get Lou Dobbs to lie up in there. He already looks like it. And then they'll just have people walk by backwards. And that's the anti-funeral.
Wouldn't surprise me at all if he put on something like that. Yeah. I'm glad he don't listen to this, because otherwise you're giving him ideas.
What would you say if he did listen to it? If you were Hannity or Tucker and had a message for the president, Jackie, what would you tell him right now?
Resign.
And then what?
I don't care what. I don't care.
He's just going to hang around. I'd say resign and go live in a cave.
Well, I'd
with
prefer
no
that.
Wi-Fi.
Him, as long as he's not making policy and running the country down, I don't care. And that's what's going to happen, whether we beat him in the election or whether he has to resign or whatever it is. And people are like, oh, New York's waiting for him and all that. He's going to go to jail. No, he'll go to court. We get his lawyers. He'll be on TV constantly. He's looking forward to the fight. Trust me, when he's out of office, he ain't people saying, oh, he's scared. No, he ain't scared. He knows the attention's going to be on him. But I tell you what, I could care less. He could be on TV running his mouth every day. He already is now. The only difference is he ain't going to be, ruining the country while he's at it. He's done the damage. He's ruined the country. He's got enough people out there doing the damage too. So,
but when Mueller drags him off to jail, Jackie, we won't have to worry about this. And I'm sure right now, what's his name, Buddy Barr, is up there reading a report and strategizing the best way. We're going to have SWAT team come through the windows. If there's a damn skylight, we're going to have them crash through that.
None of that's going to happen. They already said they're not recommending any further indictments, so the White House is celebrating as it is. They think, they sitting there like, oh, nobody, all right, we're in good shape in it. I don't necessarily mean it's a good shape. I have no idea what it's going to be in it. I can't see anything in it's going to be good. It don't make any sense to me. Why were all those people lying? Just because they lie? I mean, that could be the case.
It could be the case.
It could be the case.
Maybe that's what Mueller found out. It took him 2 years. There has to be a reason for this.
No, it's just like a president. Why is the president lying on the Twitter, whatever it is today? Well, because he's a liar, because that's what he does. Turns out that could be the case. He surrounded himself with people just the same way. Any opportunity they get to lie, they're going to do it. That could be it.
What if Russia got to Mueller?
Russia got to him.
Yeah, what if Russia says, hey, you going to leave this president alone, or we'll smack you in the face?
I don't think Mueller give a
What
damn
if they
about
said,
that.
hey, Mueller, how much oil money you want? $7 billion?
Oh, you can't buy him. He's good at two shoes. He ain't going to do any of that. Now, Mueller may be exasperated. I mean, it may be to the point like, hell, country's ruined anyway, whatever. Here you go. I mean, that could be the case, but I don't think he purposely, I mean, he's ready for a vacation. He deserves one. He just like, But we don't know what's in it. Could come out any minute now. It just came out yesterday. We're doing this on Saturday. Hell, by the time we get doing it, well, I think I just saw an update saying it ain't coming out today. They said Barr was going to get it to them, Congress today, a summary of it or whatever, but now they're saying that ain't going to happen because he's taking time figuring out what he can and cannot say that's in it.
Where do you think Mueller's going to go on vacation?
I don't know. It seemed like he seemed like he'd like fishing or something, Montana or something, I don't know, up in the mountains or something like that, fly fishing or something.
If you just discovered that the United States of America, your employer for most of your life, and your inspiration, and the reason you get up and do what you do for freedom and democracy and justice, was ruined, had been ruined, was over, and it happened, and your job was to try to, like, put your finger in a damn wall that's breaking, like, figure out why your job was to try to, like, manage a symptom of death. Like the country's dead and the symptom is still alive and the symptom's Donald Trump. Like if you were just like, well, everything is shit and you investigate, you're like, shit, this is even shittier than I thought. Like what would you do after that? How would you take a vacation?
Well, Mardi Gras is over, right?
I miss that every year.
I ain't never been. That looked like an old man. Even if you like enjoying having a drink or not, that just crazy people running around. But that may be it. To hell with everything. Let's party. That sort of thing.
I heard that you know how there's a dark web?
What is it?
You know how there's a dark web?
What?
Who am I talking to? I heard there's a dark Mardi Gras.
What is that?
Like if you know where to go. Oh, it's just everybody's naked.
It's already that way.
You wear beads on your dick.
Well, all right. I don't need to hear it. I don't care. It's always that way. Women lifting up their shirts and screaming and hollering, that sort of stuff. It already like that, isn't it?
More fights to the death.
I ain't never been there, so I don't know. Yeah, but that's over.
More flavors of ice cream.
He can't go there, so that's out.
Remember them, like, spring break videos they used to sell in, like, 2002? I think that guy went to jail. Remember they just, like college girls lifting up their shirts?
Because they're drunk.
Yeah. I mean, a little tone deaf for 2019, but, I mean, if the world is broke, and a lot of people were looking to you as to save it, and you're like, yeah, this too broke. I don't know what you'd do after that. I think you just give up and do whatever you wanted. Not even what you wanted, like try to double down on debauchery and cruelty and misery.
Isn't that what's going?
Anarchy. He's like the Joker. If this is like an origin story of a supervillain, like the Joker in 2000's Batman. I think next time we see Mueller, he may be wearing white face paint with a flower, purple suit and a flower on his jacket that squirts out some kind of poison.
Well, that'll be the congressional hearings when they subpoena him up there. That's how he'll show up. Wouldn't surprise me. At this point, ain't nothing going to surprise me anymore.
I don't know how things get worse, honestly. Well, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, you wait and see. I know I shouldn't say that.
No, there's
either.
a lot of ways things get worse.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I could go on for hours.
The one thing I'm concerned about is him threatening people. And let's say hopefully he stays in. Because I saw that Comey wrote something, which I don't care what Comey says. That's the one thing when Trump runs him down, it doesn't particularly bother me. But Comey says, I don't want there to be no impeachment. Because people are going to think it's a coup, which I guess that would be the case. People already think that, so, I mean, it's not like that's an original idea Comey had. But, like, we just need to beat him in the voting. That's how we need to take care of it, that sort of way. But if that's the case and we do vote him out, you think he's going to leave just, I got beat. See you later. That ain't going to happen.
I don't know. I don't know that I know people say he's scared of going to jail. Like if he leaves office, if either he loses or he resigns or he's impeached and removed, that then there's a chance he goes to jail because of New York and everything. But he can't pardon anybody if he's out of office, but he likes to fight. I don't know that he really thinks he's going to go to jail.
No.
I don't know that anybody could convince him that he's going to go to jail.
No.
If it has a bunch of trials, he gets to stay on TV. He gets to promote conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
He gets to, but he doesn't have to do any work, see?
He doesn't do any work now.
He could do less.
Well.
So he just gets to be on TV, run his mouth. I think every once in a while it gets to him, I can't do that because I'm the president. Not often. But I think there's a few things where somebody's like, no, sir, no. He's like, oh, right, I'm the president. I can't. But if he wasn't the president, he could just accuse people of conspiracies and rile up mobs. That sounds like perfect for him. He might be more dangerous out of office. And then he's on TV, he's fighting, he's appealing, he's got lawyers. I mean, it's everything he's doing now, but he doesn't, ever have to travel out of the country.
Yeah.
He just goes to Florida, hunkers down, has to sit you do have to occasionally sit in a courtroom, but what he's looking forward to the whole time, can you tweet when you're on trial?
I don't know.
Just sit there with your phone.
It depends on what the judge said. Roger Stone ain't supposed to, but I don't know.
Every day it's just him looking forward to standing on the steps. That press conference, just standing on the steps.
Well, one thing we ain't taking consideration here as far as him accepting a defeat or a loss is his damn ego. He ain't going to do it for that reason alone. No, I didn't get beat. There's no way in hell it could have get beat. You see how people scream and chant my name and want a wall and on and on and on. That would be. He would just assume people ride in the streets before, accepting the fact that he got beat.
He doesn't have to say he got beat, but he can just leave the White House.
Well, I hope so.
I mean, he hates living there anywhere.
He don't like it. What did he call it? Somebody said
dump
it
or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he just he'll never admit that he got beat. I mean, even if he knows he got beat, he'll never say he got beat.
Well, supposedly they're celebrating right now because the Mueller ain't got no more indictments. But first off, if Mueller is with the Department of Justice, he believes he can't indict, a sitting president anyway, so he wouldn't bring that up. And hell, how many things did he hand off to other people? He'd come across something like, well, I can't handle this. How much did he give New York? How much did he give D.C., giving them stuff? So who the hell knows? And he knew damn well if he tried to arrest or indict, one of his children, all hell was going to break loose. Maybe he's just trying to avoid all that. That's what makes me mad right there is that half of the country, or maybe not quite half, but too many damn people that we have to kowtow to crazy people. The law, people are having, I'm sorry, but they are. Don't tell me that they ain't. They still walking on eggshells around this. Don't tell me Mueller had to make some tough decisions doing whatever, knowing what he knows. Because, he knows what kind of hole of hell will break loose otherwise. So that means we just have to, this is how you deal with that because, there's a percentage of the country that's completely insane. So they get to do what they want. Meaning this administration. Rule of law should count for something in this country, but I guess we're finding out it don't.
There's people trying to gin up a civil war now anyway.
I know it. You ain't got to tell me that. We used to make jokes about that. I mean, me and you make funny little songs and little things thinking it was so funny. Civil War Part 2. That's fun. And now, the news, I turn it on the damn news, or whatever you want to call it, and they're having to sit there and talk about it. Never in a million years thought I'd turn on the news and people be scared about the next Civil War coming. I mean, that's crazy. And that's due to this. There's a lot of factors into it, but let's be honest. The main reason we're discussing that is because we got a president that's crazy as hell and trying to stir shit up. Excuse my language. Stir it up. Now, there was always racist and hateful people in this country, but, he got them all outside in the front yard screaming and hollering.
Well, if you don't have a civil war, you can at least sue them, like Devin Nunes.
Oh, hell.
If you don't, say, you're a dickhead, and go to civil war over it, you can say, you're a dickhead. Well, I sue you then. I sue you. He's suing Twitter?
I don't even understand any of that stuff, how you sue the computer, but, so be it. If that keeps him occupied, I'm fine with that, whatever. He got out of the limelight. He was in charge of everything. He was a big dog there for a while, and, Congress got took over. He ain't got no way to stay in the news, so I think that's about half of what this is. Even if he looks like a damn idiot, he don't care. At least they're talking about him. That's taking a cue from the president right there.
That's half of politics in 2019.
Yep.
It don't matter.
Well, you going to look like a damn idiot. Well, that's fine as long as I'm looking like something.
There is no bad looking like an idiot.
No. That's you go out of your way to do it nowadays. You want Fox News, on your side, praising your every movement, then you can be as dumb as you possibly can, because that's gonna give you some full-time coverage.
Or you can go on there, praise the president, and then have your husband tweet anti the president things.
That seems to me to be a distraction from something. That don't make any sense.
What is it a distraction from?
I don't know. Guns, anything. New Zealand, I don't know. I mean, it's something. It just seems like, something ain't right about that. I don't completely trust that. Oh, they're on the verge of a divorce and this and that. And I'm like, nah, something I don't understand. That's good cop, bad cop, or something going on. I don't know.
There's something going on that I don't understand.
I don't understand.
It ain't much of a distraction because nobody really pays attention to it other than about 1,000 people on Twitter who know who George Conway is.
Yeah,
but
nobody
still,
knows who he is,
there does seem to be something where somebody's trying to hedge their bets so they can get a job or a book after this is all over.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it is.
I don't either. Well, she's going to need some sort of job when this is all over, because we said so many times, had he lost, every one of those people would be the highest paid. They almost got him elected. Good Lord Almighty. Get her. I need her. She almost got the worst man in the world elected president. We've got to have her on our team. Now that she got the worst man elected president, ain't nobody going to touch her with a 10-foot pole.
I mean, Chris Cuomo.
Yeah. What is that for? I don't understand what that's for. He was screaming on TV. I don't.
That's what we watch now. That's what we like to look at.
I don't.
People like to scream.
Can you get
Twitter.
her on here? Can you? I need someone. We need to scream on this show. We hadn't had nobody screaming this week. Get Kellyanne Conway on the show. That'll take care of a week or two of screaming. We get it all in one. What they need to do, Cuomo needs to get both of them on there. That's why I hadn't done that yet. Let them scream at each other. Then he can save his breath. Get her and her husband on there.
The president's, everybody's mad at the news. President's mad at Fox News.
That's pretty good.
Fox News is mad at the Hannitys and Tuckers and the Piros on there. Like the people like John Roberts and Wallace. And they think that those people are making them look like idiots.
Well, they are.
They do work for Fox News. And then you got our friend from the Hillary campaign over there on Fox working for him now.
Oh, Donna Brazile.
Donna Brazile.
Yeah. She got to make a living. People were up in arms about that. Well, she got to work. So be it. She'll be the bad guy on Fox for a while. Shepard Smith can't carry all that water. Get her on there. They can cuss her up and down while she's on there. That's what she does. Well, her, Juan Williams, Shepard. Is that it?
Pretty much.
The other people that do the news have to run him down every so often. They got no choice. You have to. They catch hell and get hate mail. Cavutos, Brett Bears, you Chris Wallace, the ones that actually think, John Roberts, one to think that they're actual, doing their job, or actually, I should say, trying to do the job. They gonna get cussed out because you can't not, you can't be a journalist and not at some point say the president is a damn idiot. I mean, there's no way. If you consider yourself a journalist, you have to say that every so often. No getting around it. You get rid of all those people, and Fox News be in just fine shape, by the way. All these people concerned about them looking bad. Find another job. Quit. Fox is going to be fine. All they need is the Pirro, Ingram, Carlson, Hannity. That's all they need. Hell, even fans of them, though, would probably need a break every now and then. Got to put something on every now and then because that'd wear you out. Can you stay that mad all the time and hateful? Of course, I guess when Shepard Smith comes on, it just makes them mad too because they don't like what he's saying. So I guess so.
Hell, even Democrats like to get mad.
Well, yeah.
They're all mad at Beto. Everybody's mad at Beto. And the Republicans are mad at Beto. Everybody's mad at everybody in the Democrats.
Yeah.
Biden coming in, that's making a lot of people mad.
Yeah. Let's be honest now, Democrats ain't as good at being mad as the Republicans are. They ain't as good at it. They make everybody irritated. Republicans get mad, people want to take to the streets and you got a cause, Democrats, people just like, I don't like him, and Well, Beto raised a lot of money, right? Didn't he outraise Bernie? Nobody thought that possible. I think he outraised Bernie, didn't he?
Yeah, but half that money come from drones.
What?
That's what the Bernie people, like drones, donated a lot of his money. Really rich banker drones.
Huh?
Like Goldman Sachs drones donated a lot of Beto's. A lot of that Beto money. I mean, you got Mike Gravel running again. Sort of.
Good for him. Why not?
Is he actually running? It feels like there's some teenagers running his Twitter account.
Yeah.
And just out-olding Bernie.
Yeah. Well, he was the first Bernie.
He was the first Bernie.
He was the first Bernie. Let him run. Why not? If Bernie's going to run, I don't see why Gravel's going to hurt.
Gravel's account is pretty good because we followed Mike Gravel on Twitter's probably since we first met.
Since he dressed up like Santa Claus.
Since he dressed up like Santa Claus.
Bless his heart, yeah.
We could auction that suit off. Or he was on Twitter mad at people, mad at Bernie, or the teenagers who run his account were mad at Bernie for saying nice things about John McCain. So that's where we're at in 2019. Is that the oldest man running for president, if he's really running, whose account is run by... That way they get to have the oldest person running, and they can also be mad at old people at the same time, which is pretty smart.
Yeah.
What, and Bernie hired some people that were mad? I can't get into this whole... I can't. I don't want to get into, Democrats' drama.
I don't know which one. I'm going to listen to all of them. I ain't got a favorite. I don't want to have to vote for Democrats, but I guess I am going to have to, whoever winds up with it. And to be honest, looking at it now, I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue which one I'm going to wind up doing anything. Who the hell knows? It's too damn early to tell. I don't know. Let them fight it out. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't pay as much attention. Maybe we should pay more attention to the, Jared Kushner using WhatsApp.
Oh, hell.
Which I forgot about until I was looking for old news items from Wednesday. But people talk a lot about people mad at Beto O'Rourke for standing on counters. Republicans also like to bash Beto a lot too because he shows up in their memes. So I don't know if they're scared of him or, let's be honest, he is easy to make fun of.
Well, yeah. First off, I don't think there's one Democrat running that ain't easy to make fun of, and it's hard to restrain myself. But right now, I ain't going. I'm too busy running down the person destroying the country. When they're in charge of destroying the country, I'll run them down. But for right now,
cannot wait to make fun of Beto O'Rourke.
I'm looking forward to it. If he's the one, then so be it. I'll wear it out.
I wish I did. I'd love to be on here just going like them, running down every one of them comb-eating, counter-standing motherfuckers.
Hey, watch your mouth. That's what we do best, and we can't even do it.
A mayor is running for president of a town that I thought was more of like a description of a suburb than it's more of like a direction than an actual town. And people like him.
Yeah.
There's a man running. We need to get this Yang. We need to get on this Yang because Yang is the Ron Paul. If this was 2007, Yang would be Ron Paul. We need to get on that, make a bunch of Yang podcasts. That's how we're going to shoot to the top, Jackie.
All right. I don't know.
He's not going to be president, but
no.
Man, those Yang people, they would eat it up. We were like, well, I'm starting to come around on Yang, $1,000 a month. Hell yeah.
Ron Paul was never going to be president either, but those are some of the, whenever we talk about him.
Our numbers went through the roof on YouTube. Hell, we can pander with the best of them. When we start your campaign, Jackie, I think that's very important. We give people $1,000 a month.
There's enough people running.
People need to help you up onto a counter to stand.
No, I ain't getting on no counter, no.
Listen, here's one of the reasons. You got millennials and you got boomers. These generations are very self-aware. They have self-regard. The boomers were like, and the millennials, there's a bunch of them. They're like, we're going to save the world. We've been handed a bunch of shit. Hey. Everything that came before us was stupid. Now we're in charge, and we're going to show everybody like the old people screwed us over. Generation X is just like mopey, directionless, standing on counters. And every time they say something earnest, now a lot of this is just because he's also a white guy. I'm talking about Beto O'Rourke, Generation X running for president. It's a white guy with a dumb face. But every time he says something earnest, people roll their eyes. Like if you're Generation X, all you can do is snark and talk about your band. But if you're I think I really wanted, people are like, no, you don't. Who cares? I mean, it's worse if you're a middle-aged white guy, but just any Generation X who's saying something that they're sincere about, it just doesn't work. All you can do is mope, complain, smoke pot.
Yep.
Be really cynical. It's not going to work. That's why I don't know that he's got a real shot at this.
I don't know which one of them does. I don't know. The way the country is now, I would like to think there's no way he could get reelected. People keep saying that. Even Chris Wallace on Fox is saying, no, he can't. Just with his base, there's no way. But if he scares enough people, I don't like Trump, but hell, I want to be able to keep my cows in my car and and have more than one child. There's all this craziness that they're running their mouths about. That may be a good plan for him. Hell, I don't know. This is awful with President Trump, but hell, what he's describing, how could it be worse? I'm the last person to give a damn about a Green Deal, but if you came to me and said we lose half the cows to get him out of the White House, I'm okay, and I love cows. You know that. I love a cow. Don't no man love a cow as much as me.
Listen, I think the cows would be on that.
They'd be on board, yeah.
They'd be like, yeah, okay, well, shit. You gotta go.
You gonna eat me anyhow?
What do I give a...
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Hey, cow don't talk like that.
You don't know.
No.
You ever look at a cow?
I look at cows all the time. That's one of the
they're
few
thinking, fuck
reasons,
you.
Hey, watch your mouth. Cows don't, That's the one good thing computers for. You showed me how to type in cow and look at pictures of cows. That's the only thing worth a damn on a computer.
Are you sure you don't want to run for president? Because this seems like the kind of talk that would really... Look, if you're dumb enough to be like, they're coming to take my cows and my gun, Right, I'm going to put the gun up in the ceiling, but I don't know where I'm going to hide this cow. Then you're going to vote for Trump anyway.
I know it.
So I don't know how many people that weren't going to vote for Trump are going to be swayed by their coming for your cows.
Of course, if you type in cow now, I learned this the other day on computer, Nunez comes up half the time now.
He's suing that cow. He's what a black mark against dairy farmers he is.
Yeah.
Now's the time that we both have to go. Our podcast come out really great, we know. Our time is at an end, so until we meet again, we'll just have to say goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. A postcard to you we will send if a stamp to us you'll lend, so we can write and say goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Hey, Jackie,
What?
did we forget to do sponsors? I think we forgot to do our sponsors.
No, we did sponsors. Remember, we how delicious it is, and
What?
on and on. Yeah, we did.
Are you sure? Because I think we just did the news and then we didn't do the...
No, I remember. We always do the sponsors. We always, every time we do. I don't know how could we wouldn't forget something like that. My memory is pretty good. I remember doing it. Yeah.
Oh, I remember now. Yeah, you did damn old Z-H black-eyed peppermint peas.
Oh yeah. Well, that's we've been doing that for years now. For years and years, that's been our sponsor. That's
And my sponsor was, which I think you're really going to like, was Z-H black-eyed peppermint peas.
That's always been your sponsor. You've done it all, and I have to say that's one of the best sponsors you've ever had. And it's the only sponsor you've ever had, and it's a fine sponsor. We always do it. I don't know why you would think we'd forget something like that.
That is stupid. 'Cause if I remember right, this was probably the best sponsor segment we've ever done.
I know, and now granted, we have always done Z-H Black-Eyed Peppermint Peas as a sponsor, but this particular episode today, I tell you what, we really, and I don't mean to pat ourselves on the back or anything, but I think we knocked it out of the park.
This is our 343rd episode, if I'm not mistaken, and we really brought it home with today's sponsor segment. Yeah, I don't know why it's in my mind. I guess it's all this fucking pot I'm smoking.
Hey, watch your mouth. I don't have to do
Z-H
that.
black-eyed peppermint pea branded pot.
Hey,
Out of this Z-H black-eyed peppermint pea bong I made out of the Z-H black-eyed peppermint pecan.
well, if you're going to do that kind of stuff, which I don't necessarily approve of, at least I appreciate it being Z-H Black-Eyed Peppermint Pea drugs. That's the only kind you really need to do. That's the only kind of drug that I'm aware of that's actually healthy for you.
Anything that's not Z-H black-eyed peppermint peas leads to bloating
Yep.
and diarrhea.
Oh, yeah.
And all sorts of different bathroom problems.
If you want to stay right and correct in all those sorts of ways that I don't want to get into on here, I sound a little embarrassing talking about the bathroom stuff, but as long as you're doing Z-H Black-Eyed Peppermint Pea just eating it all day, as long as you're doing the taking the correct amount of, medicine, Z-H, black-eyed peppermint pea medicine, or in your case, for that matter, if you got to do drugs, so be it. Do Z-H, black-eyed peppermint pea drugs.
It's so funny that I thought we didn't do it. We were really good and funny, and the folks at Z-H, black-eyed peppermint peas said, we've been wondering why we even need Z-H black-eyed peppermint pea sponsors. Remember when they told us that?
They told us that. They said it's
today?
Not really necessary anymore. They told us that, earlier today, and because everybody,
I'd forgotten that. Yeah, but now there's no reason, so maybe you could be eliminated. Maybe your purpose has been served, and then they heard this sponsor spot, and they're like, okay, we'll give you a reprieve at least until next week.
You guys do so much, and I've heard a lot of people, not just Z-Dash. Of course, hearing it from up on high from them is the best thing about it. But I've heard from many, many people who don't care about the news, who don't care about hearing about whatever's happening in the world. They listen to this for no other reason but to hear our sponsors, to hear us talk up Z-H black-eyed peppermint peas. There's many people that tells me that that's the only time they get on the computers to hear us, what we got to say about it, while they sit down and enjoy a big bowl of Z-H black-eyed peppermint peas. And we appreciate y'all. We can't thank you enough.
And there ain't nobody that doesn't like Z-H black-eyed. I mean, there's nobody that doesn't.
I don't know anybody.
Scarmax Buffalo got all those people a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, a long time ago.
You remember those stories, tell you. I don't know how many times I heard Mama say, you get diarrhea, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Scarmax Buffalo, blah, blah, blah. Give you such a smack.
He'll sneak in your memories and get a hold of you, and that's the end of it.
Those are old wives' tales, I guess. That's sexist.
Helped on so many.
I don't know why I couldn't remember not to say old wives' tales.
Huh? What? Oh, this is Scarmax Buffalo. Excuse me, I did not know I was supposed to have a prepared statement for this part. Trust me, I'm up to no good. I'm living in your memories, and I'm going to do a lot of the bad things, but I was not ready.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know that I was...
Hey.
Oh, hey, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Hey, what are you doing in this memory? I didn't know I was supposed to. I heard the sounds of the drill. What is that even? I didn't even know I was supposed to be
this
here.
This is the brain, the power.
It's the brain, the power of the Piedmont. That's all right. I forget. You in and out of memory so much. Sometimes your own memory takes like a Swiss cheese without holes in it.
That's true. A lot of holes.
I used to hear people say, "Oh, it's like a Swiss cheese," and I was like, "Oh, what? Is it like a tasty?"
No. The Swiss cheese is like the hole
in your memory.
But that's what I come in to feel the holes, the Swiss cheese holes with the bad memory.
No, you're gonna do it.
No,
I'm gonna do it in a good memory.
No, the bad memories.
No, we want
the hole with
the good ones.
No, you and your cat can shove it. I'm going to go.
The cats are going to be a good cat with no beard.
No, all the cats are going to have a long, luxurious beard.
That's stupid, and it don't make no sense.
You're stupid, and you don't make any sense.
You get out of this memory.
When I get a hold of you,
I'll give you a smack.
You get one.